It's week 4 of the National Football League, and there's no love lost between these NFC South foes. It's the Panthers and the Saints, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You look at this Saints defense. Against the pass, just numbers they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? Well, what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. We saw plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Short throw caught by Bowers. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 52 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Meredith. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Panthers at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Looking to throw. Meredith working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a Louisiana native is started nearby LSU. It's Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd and 1 from the 2. Back to throw. Meredith. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Meredith. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game...
Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Off play action. Meredith. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Isaiah Foskey brings him down. And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Brooks. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. 3rd down and 1. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. So second quarter, this offense losing and hoping to get the football in the end zone for the first time. Throwing after the interception, Meredith. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Meredith. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And just shedding him off there. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. Still going. And he will take this one. Now following the touchdown, here comes this offense back out onto the field as they will take over with a 1st and 10. This pass left side to Downs. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Looking to throw. Meredith. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
40 yards on the punt. Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on 3rd down, Meredith. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong.
This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Meredith. Short throw caught by Bowers. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now this taken in by Downs. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Meredith. That one complete to Ligon. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do. So after giving up the touchdown, now what can this offense do? Can they strike back? We'll see. 1st and 10. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Back to throw. Meredith. And this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. And this is a guy who's going to get some carries going forward. Picked up as a free agent just this past week.
How about fresh legs, right? We always talk about bringing a guy in, provides that spark, and maybe a little bit of extra energy.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10. Downs going in motion left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That one complete to Ligon. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Edwards-Helaire. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Meredith. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Operating from the gun. Meredith. That's over the middle to his tight end, Sanders. 3 quarters in the books. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man. That's Leggett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll look to throw again. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man, that's Leggett.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And that one too wide and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the...
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. He loses a full 5 yards there on the sack, and it also brings up 4th down. 4th and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And after a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw. Meredith. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And he is going to have the Panthers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pass complete right side to Bowers.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. Well, on one side of this
It's Week 5 of the 2025 season, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Panthers and the Commanders coming up next.
EA Sports, always proud to bring you the National Football. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week. 15 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
They'll go again with Gibbs. A solid stiff arm. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Off the play fake. Meredith. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the return across midfield. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow. You talk about this Washington defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Meredith. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
It'll be a 39-yard punt. Right now, we're all even. It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to... This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
From the gun on 3rd down, Meredith able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Off play action. Meredith. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Meredith. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Meredith. Short throw caught by Bowers. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time you wait for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun, Meredith in trouble, and he's taken down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Off the play fake, Meredith. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Nifty move. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. One final possession for the Commanders. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. The second half starts with a run by Gibbs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Going back to Gibbs on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Hand off now to Gibbs. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. On the give, here's Gibbs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Connecting over the middle with Downs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. A third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Meredith. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third. Back now at Commanders Field. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do. Now following the field goal, what can this offense do? We're about to find out. Throwing to start the drive. Meredith. He'll let one go deep for Downs. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Meredith. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now it's Gibbs. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him. Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
From the gun on third down, Meredith. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Operating from the gun, Meredith. Short throw caught by Bowers.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
On third down, here's Gibbs. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 130 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Meredith. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Bowers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's 2nd and a yard. And Gibbs has it. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the... All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big... Late stages of the game here in the fourth quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. But he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. And they're going to sack him yet again.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got the Panthers. Rocket on quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Pete Werner there to make the tackle. Thrown quickly on the RPO to Bowers. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to third down. He'll look to throw. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Saints have got it. Inside the 20. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Gibbs. And he's going to have a Panthers first down. He gets more than he needs. 4 yards picked up on 4th and 2. On the ground, this is Miles Sanders. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On the ground, this is Gibbs. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. Play clock has expired. You're not going to get this one off on time. A run here with Gibbs. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Here's a 2nd and 12. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Now, deep ball for Bateman. And he's into the end zone. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Carolina. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. They'll throw out of the gun. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Punting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Oh, but he cannot get away. Great job. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. Now, faking the give. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's third down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Here's their punter now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. That's taken in. It's Xavier Leggett. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. The Panthers will take their first timeout, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And downfield, it is Downs with the catch. And he'll be taken down.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk...
And he will take it in himself. Set to go now on first and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that's a nice job. Back to throw here to begin the drop. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Now Gibbs. Brought down at the 21, a gain of 1. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And that'll set up 4th down. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop. They'll run with Gibbs. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
That's a short one, caught by Bowers.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads, they all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
And no return forthcoming. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he's able to give him a little breathing room. He's got a 1st down up past the 15-yard line.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now this time they'll look to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. On now is the punt team for the Panthers. Important punt here in this tie game late. Oh, hello. He is... They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. For the sideline, he's got downs. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Here's Gibbs. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And it looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down. They hand it to Gibbs. Not a lot on that one. He'll take it down to the 36. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. Possibly the play of the game right here. It is fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a Panthers first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on fourth down. And the big night continues. That last run gives him yardage to put him over 100 for the game. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. 2 minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Another try, 2nd and 10. Edwards-Helaire. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal. Some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Here's Gibbs. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Panthers. So it's over. It's a win for the Panthers. This one went down to the wire. They're able to persevere. They're going to walk out of here with a well-deserved victory.